Once upon a time, in a tranquil kingdom surrounded by emerald forests and rolling hills, there was a village named Willowbrook. Willowbrook was renowned for its serene beauty and the shimmering moonlit lake, a crystal-clear body of water that was said to glow softly under the light of the full moon. The villagers of Willowbrook lived in harmony, but there was one thing that remained a mystery: the legend of the moonlit lake. According to the legend, on rare moonlit nights, a hidden doorway beneath the lake's surface would reveal itself, leading to a realm of magic and wonder. It was said that this realm held a treasure that could grant a single wish to someone with a pure heart. In Willowbrook lived a young woman named Elara. Elara was known for her kindness and her love for the natural world. She often spent her days tending to her garden and exploring the woods. Despite the tranquility of her life, Elara carried a deep wish in her heart. She hoped to find a way to heal her village's ancient oak tree, which had begun to wither and lose its vitality. One evening, as the full moon rose high in the sky, casting a silvery light over the landscape, Elara decided to visit the moonlit lake. She had heard the stories from the elders and felt a strong sense of calling. With a lantern in hand and her heart filled with hope, she made her way to the lake. As she approached the water's edge, Elara noticed a soft, melodic tune coming from the lake. It was as if the moonlight itself was singing a lullaby. She carefully stepped onto a wooden dock that extended into the lake and gazed into the shimmering waters. To her amazement, the surface of the lake began to ripple, and a hidden doorway appeared, framed by glistening water lilies. Elara took a deep breath and stepped through the doorway, finding herself in a magical realm filled with glowing flowers, sparkling streams, and luminescent creatures. In the heart of this enchanted realm stood a magnificent palace made of shimmering crystal. The palace was surrounded by a lush garden with flowers that sang softly in the moonlight. As Elara approached the palace, she was greeted by a wise old moon fairy who floated gracefully before her. "Welcome, Elara," the moon fairy said with a gentle smile. "You have come seeking the treasure that can grant a wish. But before you can claim it, you must prove your worthiness by completing 3 trials." Elara nodded, determined to fulfill her wish for the village's ancient oak tree. The moon fairy explained the trials. First trial, the trial of wisdom. Elara was led to a serene glade where a large, ancient book lay open on a pedestal. The book's pages were filled with riddles that tested one's wisdom. Elara read the first riddle aloud: "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have nobody, but I come alive with wind. What am I?" Elara thought carefully and answered, "An echo." The book's pages turned, revealing the next trial. Second trial, the trial of courage. Elara was guided to a shadowy forest where she faced a series of illusions meant to test her bravery. Shadows took the form of her deepest fears. But Elara confronted them with a steady heart. She realized that the illusions were powerless against her determination and kindness. The illusions faded, and Elara passed the second trial. Third trial, the trial of compassion. For the final trial, Elara was led to a shimmering pond where she found a small, injured moon creature. The creature's light was dim, and it looked frail. Elara gently tended to the creature, soothing it with her kind words and healing it with her touch. The moon fairy appeared once more and, seeing Elara's compassion, nodded with approval. "You have completed all 3 trials," the moon fairy said. "You have proven your wisdom, courage, and compassion. The treasure you seek is yours." The moon fairy led Elara to a grand chamber within the palace where a glowing chest awaited her. Inside the chest was a radiant, crystal vial filled with a liquid that seemed to contain the light of 1,000 stars. The vial was labeled Essence of Renewal. Elara carefully took the vial and thanked the moon fairy. With the vial in hand, she returned to the moonlit lake and made her way back to Willowbrook. When Elara arrived at the village, she went straight to the ancient oak tree. She opened the vial and gently poured the essence of renewal over the tree's roots. As the liquid touched the soil, the tree began to shimmer and glow. Its branches, once withered, burst forth with new leaves and vibrant flowers. The village rejoiced at the sight of the revitalized oak tree. It became a symbol of hope and renewal for Willowbrook. Ilara's selfless wish had brought new life to the village and its beloved tree. The tale of Ilara and the moonlit lake became a cherished story in Willowbrook, a reminder of the magic that lies within a pure heart and the power of selfless wishes. And so, under the light of the moon and the stars, Willowbrook flourished, forever touched by the magic of the moonlit lake and the courageous heart of Ilara. Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush, emerald forest, there was a village named Breezebrook. This village was blessed with gentle winds that carried the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the melodious songs of birds. The villagers believed that these winds were enchanted, for they seemed to whisper secrets and carry messages from far-off lands. Among the villagers was a young girl named Arya. Arya was known for her adventurous spirit and her deep love for the forest. She spent her days exploring the woods, listening to the whispers of the wind, and tending to the animals and plants. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the forest was bathed in twilight, a sudden and eerie silence fell over Breezebrook. The winds that usually brought comfort and joy had stopped completely. The village became quiet and still, and the vibrant colors of the forest seemed to fade. The village elder, a wise woman named Elowen, gathered the villagers and explained that the winds had always been their guide and protector. Without the winds, the village's magic and harmony would be at risk. She revealed that the winds were controlled by the spirit of the forest, a mystical entity that lived deep within the heart of the woods. Determined to restore the balance, Arya volunteered to find the spirit of the forest and ask why the winds had stopped. With a map she had drawn from her years of exploring, she set out on her quest. The map led her through thick foliage and ancient trees, guiding her deeper into the forest than she had ever ventured before. As Arya journeyed, she encountered 3 magical creatures who guarded different parts of the forest. The first was a wise old owl named Orion who lived in the great oak tree. Orion's eyes glowed with wisdom, and he perched silently as Arya approached. "Brave traveler," Orion hooted softly, "to reach the spirit of the forest, you must first pass the trial of wisdom. Answer my riddle, and I shall guide you further." Orion's riddle was, "I am not alive, yet I grow. I don't have lungs. But I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I?" Arya thought carefully and replied, "A fire." Orion nodded and pointed with his wing towards a path lined with glowing fireflies that led deeper into the forest. Next, Arya reached the edge of a shimmering lake where a graceful swan named Leora floated. Leora was known for her elegance and her ability to control the waters of the lake. "To proceed, you must pass the trial of compassion," Leora said. "There is a young fawn trapped in the reeds. Help it, and I will aid you in your quest." Arya followed Leora's directions and gently freed the fawn from the reeds, soothing it with kind words. Leora extended her wings, and a bridge of shimmering water appeared, allowing Arya to cross the lake. Finally, Arya arrived at the edge of a dense thicket, where a clever fox named Felix awaited. Felix was known for his cunning and agility. "To reach the heart of the forest, you must complete the trial of courage," Felix said. "Face your deepest fear and you shall find the path." Arya took a deep breath and walked through the thicket, where shadows danced and eerie sounds echoed. Despite her fear, she pressed on, her resolve unwavering. As she emerged on the other side, Felix acknowledged her bravery and pointed towards a hidden entrance covered in vines. With each trial completed, Arya approached the heart of the forest, a mystical glade bathed in moonlight. At its center stood a majestic tree with silver leaves that shimmered like stars. The spirit of the forest, a radiant figure with flowing robes of emerald and gold, appeared before her. "Why have the winds stopped?" Arya asked respectfully. The spirit of the forest smiled kindly. "The winds have ceased because they were burdened by sadness. The harmony of the forest had been disrupted by a spell of discord. It is not until the heart of the forest is restored to balance that the winds can resume their gentle whispers." Arya listened carefully as the spirit explained that the spell could only be broken by a pure heart's wish. Arya took a deep breath and spoke from her heart, wishing for the forest's harmony to be restored and for the winds to return to Breezebrook. The spirit of the forest nodded, and with a wave of their hand, a wave of soothing energy spread through the forest. the silver leaves of the majestic tree shimmered brightly, and the gentle winds began to stir once more. The soothing breeze carried the scent of blooming flowers and the melodies of the forest back to Breezebrook. Arya returned to the village, where the winds had resumed their comforting presence. The villagers rejoiced as the vibrant colors of the forest returned and the harmony of their home was restored. They celebrated Arya's bravery and the renewal of their beloved winds. From that day on, Arya continued to explore the forest and listen to its whispers, and the spirit of the forest remained a guardian of the balance and harmony of the land. The village of Breezebrook thrived, and the whispering winds continued to bring joy and magic to all who lived there. Once upon a time, in a realm where the sea sparkled like sapphires and islands floated amidst the clouds, there was a kingdom known as the Lost Isles. This magical land was hidden from the ordinary world, with its floating islands connected by bridges of light. The people of the Lost Isles were known for their wisdom and their ability to navigate the skies and seas with the help of enchanted artifacts. The heart of the kingdom was a grand palace, where the kind and wise King Cedric ruled. His daughter, Princess Alara, was beloved by all for her adventurous spirit and her curiosity about the world beyond the kingdom. The kingdom's greatest treasure was an ancient compass, said to guide its bearer to the most wondrous and hidden places. The compass had been in the royal family for generations and was believed to hold the power to reveal secrets and lead to unimaginable treasures. One stormy night, a great calamity struck the Lost Isles. A dark and mysterious fog rolled in from the sea, obscuring the edges of light and causing the floating islands to drift apart. The enchanted compass, which had been keeping the islands in harmony, lost its power and fell into disrepair. The kingdom was thrown into disarray, and King Cedric was deeply concerned. In the midst of the chaos, Princess Alara, determined to restore peace to her land, decided to embark on a quest to find out what had caused the fog and to restore the compass. With a brave heart and a loyal crew of skilled companions, including Sir Cedric, the king's courageous knight, and Mira, a clever young mage, she set out on a journey across the floating islands. Their first stop was the Whispering Forest, a mystical woodland where the trees were said to talk and share secrets. They hoped the forest's ancient spirits might hold clues about the source of the fog. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they met Elder Tree, a wise old tree who had seen many things in his time. Elder Tree, Alara began, we seek to understand the dark fog that has covered our kingdom. Can you help us find the cause? Elder Tree's leaves rustled thoughtfully. The fog is a result of an ancient spell cast long ago by the sorceress Morgana, he said. Morgana was once a guardian of balance, but she was consumed by her own power and turned to darkness. To break the spell, you must seek the heart of the Tempest, a powerful crystal hidden deep within the Storm Mountains. With this new knowledge, Alara, Sir Cedric, and Mira traveled to the Storm Mountains, which were known for their fierce winds and treacherous terrain. The mountains were often shrouded in storms, making them nearly impossible to navigate. As they climbed, they encountered fierce storms and icy winds. Mira used her magic to shield them from the worst of the elements, while Sir Cedric's bravery helped them push through the challenges. After many trials, they reached a hidden cavern at the mountain's peak. Inside, they found the heart of the Tempest, a radiant crystal pulsating with stormy energy. However, guarding the crystal was the sorceress Morgana, who had been corrupted by her own dark magic. She sought to keep the heart for herself, believing that it would make her unstoppable. You dare to take the heart of the Tempest? Morgana sneered. This power is mine to command. Alara stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. Morgana, the fog you created is hurting our kingdom and disrupting the balance of the world. We are here to restore harmony, not to take power for ourselves. Morgana was taken aback by Alara's words. Harmony, she echoed, her voice tinged with sadness. I once sought to protect the balance, but I lost my way. Seeing Morgana's turmoil, Alara offered her hand. Help us restore the compass and bring peace back to the Lost Isles. There is still a chance to make things right. Touched by Alara's compassion, Morgana hesitated and agreed to help. With the heart of the Tempest in hand, they returned to the Lost Isles. Morgana used her magic to lift the fog and repair the enchanted compass. The compass, now glowing with renewed power, began to guide the floating islands back into their proper places. As the islands reunited and the bridges of light reappeared, the kingdom was filled with joy and relief. The enchanted compass was restored, and the balance of the Lost Isles was once again maintained. Morgana, having redeemed herself, decided to leave the kingdom and find a new purpose in protecting the natural world from afar. Princess Alara, Sir Cedric, and Mira were hailed as heroes, and the people of the Lost Isles celebrated their return with a grand feast. King Cedric, proud of his daughter's bravery and wisdom, bestowed upon her the title of Guardian of the Compass, a role that would ensure the kingdom's harmony for generations to come. The Lost Isles flourished with its bridges of light and floating islands, a beacon of balance and magic. And so, the tale of Princess Alara and the enchanted compass became a cherished legend, reminding all who heard it of the power of courage, compassion, and the importance of restoring harmony in the world. The end.